Okay, GFS Little Killer pickup change-out video take 2. All right, so folks, this is what I'm doing, all you guitar nerds out there. I am going to switch out this pickup, which is this is a Guitar Fetish Little Killer pickup, which I believe is, I'll check it on the next video segment that'll be coming. I think it's a 10K one, so it's the middle one, not the lowest one, but it's a middle one. I just got the upper one, the 15K one. I'm going to switch this out to see if I get a little more beef out of it. And I mean, for 25 bucks, it's worth the gamble, you know, each time. This is a pickup that I had from another guitar that I put in here because when I got this guitar, I like to have a humbucking pickup in the bridge position so that I can have a real, more close, harder rock sound, I guess, when I go to the bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demo a little bit of this, the neck pickup, so you can sort of hear it working in conjunction, and you'll hear the discrepancy in terms of tone loss that I'm getting from this. And hopefully the new pickup will be a little bit more throatier, fuller humbucker sound. In any case, and this just so you know, this is straight into my computer with a Universal Audio, my Apollo Twin with a Marshall sort of plexi plug-in sound, and I'm just doing it in a rock. I'm not doing it in a clean setting. This is just a sort of a straight up sort of amp kind of rock setting. So anyway, okay, so here's you'll hear me switch pickups, but I'm really only going to go from this one, the neck, to this. I really don't use a middle pickup by itself. I know Stevie Ray Vaughan is rolling over in his grave, but I usually use the combination of that middle pickup with the other ones. I don't usually use that. So I'm just going to go from this to this. So we'll start with the neck pickup, okay? So, and I'm going to stick it basically like in the key of D, you know, pentatonic, so you can sort of hear, and I'll keep it the same for when I come back. So this is, you can hear it's very typical Stratty, right? Right, very neck Strat pickup. So now, same area on the guitar, but with the lead pickup, and you'll hear it thins out quite a bit. It's bitey, it cuts through, it has that sort of Albert Collins ice pick in the forehead sound, but that's not the sound I'm really going for. Neck. Bridge. I gotta play better. You can hear that bridge setting just has more body, which is ironic because you think the Little Killer is a humbucker pickup. It should be a little bit more beefy. In terms of pickup height, I believe they're set pretty well. I know how to do that, and I've you know, it's up about as good as it can be, and without actually hitting the string. So in any case, you're getting a general idea of that. All right, and I'll cut, and then I'll be able to change the pickup really quickly and come back right away. If not, I'll have a different shirt on. Hopefully I will have bathed too, so that will be good for everybody. And you'll hear the difference, and we'll all be the wiser for it. Good deal. Oh, yeah, and I'll keep my settings exactly the same. I'm not touching anything, so it's exactly the same. All right. Be right back. All right, here's my guitar. There's the old pickup. Here's the new one, which is same thing, just like supposedly a little hotter, and it's white, so it goes, I guess, with this. I've already taken out some of the screws of the plate. I'm too darn cheap to what do you call it, to buy a new set of strings, so I'm going to try to do this without taking the strings off, which, you know, is, if anyone has taken a pickguard off of a Stratocaster, you know what a huge pain in the batongular that is. We'll see how I fare. I might have to take the neck off, but in any case, okay, to be continued. Okay, I thought you might have a good laugh at my expense. I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand. So all the screws are out, and now, if any of you have done this before, it's a huge pain because you can actually do it, but you have to clear the body of the guitar. You have to pick it up, get the pickups above the actual body of the guitar, and then turn it out this way. Turn it this way, and then flip it and keep it sort of attached here because the guitar is still attached to the input jack. So, okay, let's see if I can do this. How the heck? I wish I could like bite my phone so that I could hold it, but I can't. All right, come on, Seabiscuit. Pick up by pick up. Slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, see, it's getting caught. So sometimes you have to go all the way to the end and loosen up these boys. You don't want to loosen up too much because then they'll pop out. Then they get tangled, and you rather try to leave them in if you can. But it's always a hot mess. You see, no one ever actually does a video of this, but I know I'm not unlike a lot of guys. We're lazy. We're lazy as hell. It's like, why the hell should I take all the strings off, take the neck off, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we are. We're basically free here. If I can just, yeah. Okay. And then we want to flip this sucker. Comme ça. Oh, there's really not much lead there. Okay. All right. So here we are. Oops, that was scary. I saw that and I was like, uh-oh, something fell off. Because I got to follow the yellow brick road here and, go from where I know. All right, so this one's coming out. Now, this is a new design. They have this when I bought this little killer pickup here, they did not have this sort of snap and play. I can sort of show you. See, it's actually kind of a cool design. They make it so that their pickups are a little bit more interchangeable. You can just, well, I'll do it. See, they unplug from the pickup, so you can plug them in and keep your wiring already connected to all this morass, and then plug it right in. Anyway, okay, so onward and upward. Now I've got to find through all this stuff. You can see the Joel Newman soldering technique of doom here. Look, official. That is yo-yo string, just in case you didn't know. Yo-yo string works good for a lot of things. Okay, next segment. Okay, so, well, I got the old pickup out, and here it is. And I'm looking at the wires, and it looks exactly the same in terms of what they've done internally. Red and white on one side, black and green on the other side. What's different is the old one has five wires coming out, and the new one has only 4. So I'm just going to assume it's basically what you had to do is tape two of the wires together and get your ground and your ground over onto the pot, and then this to the whatever switch you had. So I'm going to do the same thing. But what's cool is, whoops, I dropped it. Damn. What's cool is, because I can take it apart and I can work on the wire by itself and then put the pickup in, or vice versa, and then connect it later. And so I don't have to have the persnicketiness of the wire having to be somewhere. I can put it where I want it and not have the pickup determine where it is. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so just another segment here, back in my room here. So I've learned that you test it as much as you can before you put it all back together, because if it's wrong, then you gotta do it all over again. So here you see it's still attached and everything, but what happens is, what was cool was I could just plug this little you can't see it right here, but plug this pickup in, and anyway, so I think I might have it correct. Now we're going to do the test, and what you do, I wonder if I can pull this down so you can see, just in case you guys don't know or you're thinking of changing a pickup and you haven't done it yet, and yeah, it's a scary proposition. But what happens is you can check to see if it's working okay if you make contact with, put a piece of metal on the pickup, and when it's in its, so for instance, this selector switch is onto the front pickup, so here's the middle pickup. You can hear it. I'm not getting any sound at all, but that's actually working. So okay, so we're good. Middle pickup, okay, that's working. First one's off. Okay, cool. So now here's the testaroo, and usually with a blade style pickup you check both blades because they're individual single coils. So that's the back one. I don't know if you can see that so well. There's the back one, and there's the front one. Off, off. So supposedly I'm cooking with gas. Now let's see if it coil taps when I put it in position 2. So we should have this. Okay, we've got the middle pickup on. Now let's see if we have both blades or single blade. Front blade is on, back blade is on. So I don't have coil tap, which is a drag. So, and they don't give you much. I'll tell you what, Guitar Fetish, you don't give us much in terms of how to wire your pickup so well. So, I mean, what I've done, and maybe one of you guys who's done this before maybe can help me out. The black and the copper go to ground. So that I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully you can see it. Go to the volume pot. And what I did was, and they should give you a little more slack here so you can stretch these wires a bit, because you can see I'm kind of about as stretched out as I can go. So the two hot wires are the red and the white, and in the older version you just taped the two that you weren't using together. So maybe, you know, I just don't know what. I could probably, the only thing I can really do is attach my other hot to this, which maybe I can do by hand. Not really, because there's no slack cut on it. One nice thing though, Guitar Fetish, is they tin the wires for you. Can you believe it? They actually tin them. So, which is cool. I'm not getting any joy with that, I don't think. Anyway, to be continued. Okay, took it over to the work desk, and I am not the neatest guy in the world, but you can see I'm trying to better my ways. So I tied up the excess here, so hopefully it can fit down in here a little better. And I actually taped up that other live wire that's hanging out, and so I'm going to put it back together and only put in 4 of these suckers, because you can see there's a million dang screws. They ought to come up with a better way for a scratch plate for a stratocaster. Okay, next installment. Anyway, it's back together, the whole thing. I've got the new pickup in, minus some screws, but otherwise it's good. And I believe I set the height right on the pickups. So I'll just cut to the chase, and I'll do a couple sound samples of the against the neck pickup, this one, so you can sort of see it. It might not be exactly matched correctly yet because I just did it. So, but we'll see, and we'll see what it sounds like. So here's the neck pickup. Should be exactly the same as before. If I can play, that's a whole other thing, by the way. But okay, so there's the neck pickup. Here's the bridge pickup. So I don't know. I don't know if it really makes, if 5K really makes that much difference. Sounds kind of the same to me. I hate to say that, but at least maybe if when I demo it back to back, when I play the video back, but I'm telling you right now, it seems pretty much like, oh, well, you just made me whiter. It's whiter. It's whiter now than it was. It was cream colored before. So I don't know. We'll just have to play with it, mess with it, and see. But I'll, before I go ahead and pull the trigger on probably a more expensive pickup. But I figured, you know, Guitar Fetish, $25 for a humbucking pickup in a single coil space. I mean, that's nothing, you know. I mean, to get a DiMarzio or to get a Seymour Duncan or heaven forbid, then you start getting into Bardens or Z's or whatever, Zvex pickups or whatever, and you're talking over close to 100, if not over $100 for one pickup. So if we can get by with cheap skis, I'm all with it, all for it, because it's all in here anyway. Doesn't quite have that rock roar. It's got a little bit more. It sounds stratier to me. It sounds more single coil. Yeah, see, it's got that almost single coil sound. I mean, it's a humbucker though. I mean, the cool thing is it's not making. I'm not getting a lot of noise, which is very groovy. And it does sound a little bit more humbuckery, but I don't know.